Alright. We should be good. Nice. Hey everybody, it's your boy Noah coming at you live very early in the morning. About 3 to 2 minutes away from the new Super Smash Bros. Ultimate character reveal. I'm so excited. I have a feeling I'm going to be very disappointed. So if I seem disappointed, I guess it's fine. But like, I have a feeling I already know who it is from everyone online saying, it's probably going to be Dante or like Sora or Master Chief. It's probably going to be Dante from all of the facts that I have gathered. And I think Devil May Cry 3 just got a discount on the eShop like literally 10 minutes ago. But it might not. That doesn't mean that we're getting Dante for Smash. Watch me eat my words during the stream and be like, well, we got Dante for Smash. But it might be anyone. Who knows? We got about, let's see, about a minute. Yep, we got a minute. Okay. I'm scared. I don't know what's going to happen. And we might get some more Mii fighters, which is good. But after the stream, I will have to leave immediately because I have to go to school, sadly. But hopefully I'll be able to stream and upload again in the near future. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Put that bell icon on so you know when I go live or upload. And then we should be all set. Check out the Discord and my Twitter in the description. That should be it. That's all of our little handy dandy. Okay, volume's all the way up. We're all good. Hopefully we don't get a copy claim for this like we did with the Pokemon stream last year. That was horrible. All right. Any second now it should be happening. It is now 9 o'clock. All right. Oh, I'm scared. I don't know what's going to happen and how loud it's going to be. But we'll have to see when when the stream starts. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay. Oh no.
Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro Sakurai, director of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate from Sora Limited.
Oh no, I don't know what's gonna happen.
We'll be using today's showcase to give you a first look at our next DLC fighter.
Oh no.
Actually, hardly anyone knows what we'll be announcing today, even among Nintendo staff worldwide.
What?
The development
It might not
team
be
and other
Dante.
stakeholders have been working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy.
It might not be
Which
Dante.
means other Nintendo staff around the globe will only start making preparations for release after the showcase has been broadcast. So, it won't be available right away. Please understand that it will take a little time.
It's not Dante. It's
I
not
think
Dante.
even many Nintendo employees will be surprised to see this and say, wow, really?
Is it Waluigi? Is
So,
it Gino?
Let's all share in the fun of getting our hands on the latest information.
Oh, here we go.
However, even if you say, that's not the character I was picturing, I hope you don't have any hard
It's
feelings.
gonna be like the question marks. I have a
Prepared
feeling
a
it's gonna be
fighter
like the
reveal
question
video.
marks.
Once it starts, I think you'll figure out who it is pretty quickly. Now,
no.
let's do this.
Here we go. Oh my god, I'm scared. I'm scared. What? Oh no. Is it another Fire Emblem character? No!
The time has finally come.
No!
Unleash the forbidden spell of
No
Zaharot
more Fire
upon
Emblem.
our enemies.
No. Gosh, dang it. It's Fire Emblem.
What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? As you and I are one, I too am trapped within this void. In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die?
I told you I was gonna be disappointed. I was ready to
I
be
thought as
disappointed.
much. I also do not wish to die. And yet... there is no other choice. You must join Smash.
You must join Smash.
Smash Brothers already. What in the world are you waiting for?
Oh God. Here we go. Blythe.
So join
Byleth?
Smash
Byleth? I
consumes
don't
even the
freaking know who
darkness
these
itself.
characters are. Ooh. Whoa! What? What?
So you return, and sooner than expected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there? And you wield the sword as well? What will you do?
Female alt.
So that is how you plan to win the day? So be it. I reward your cleverness this time.
Oh my God. What? Oh.
How is this?
Oh my God. I'm so confused on what's happening and who these characters are. I don't know who any of these people are.
Of anyone, you should be able to handle the hero's relics. With Arid Fire, strike with superior
Whoa.
reach. Use Amir's overwhelming power.
Oh, it's basically Shulk.
Unleash the
weapons.
blinding speed of Failnaught.
Oh my God.
Along with the sword of the creator. Each weapon matches a direction.
What?
Your will and mine be now as one.
Here comes the final smash.
To you, both sides of time are revealed. Through Smash, show the world.
And there it is. X Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Ugh. I'm disappointed. Good job, Sakurai.
Yes, there you have
He's
it.
amazing.
Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses is joining the battle.
Byleth.
Fire Emblem Three Houses was released just last summer, so it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This
Yeah, I
release is
kinda
planned
got
for January 28th.
Really?
You'll have instant access if you have the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass.
Wow.
And it will also be available for purchase individually. In case you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things, so don't worry. First off,
What is Fire Emblem? Oh my God.
It's really hard to pronounce in Japanese. The producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem. But when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful. The series' first entry launched in Japan on the Famicom in 1990. You could say it was a pioneer in the genre of tactical role-playing games. You might be wondering what makes it particularly tactical. Well, it's
What is it,
tactical in that
why-
it simulates
what?
combat. You can think of it as moving pieces in a board game, or in other words, a game in which you advance units across a grid and battle.
Now we're getting a lecture on
When we
Fire
talk
Emblem.
about tactical games of that era, there were lots of ones in which you command tanks, aircrafts, and so on. But Fire Emblem was unique because each unit was a specific character, sort of like in role-playing games. Plus, something made it stand out from other Nintendo products.
What? What made it stand
Characters
out?
could permanently die.
Oh.
That's pretty direct language though, so perhaps we should just say they're sleeping with the fishes.
Sleeping with the fishes.
But really, if a character fell in battle, you'd lose that unit. They'd be gone and you couldn't use them again.
Wow.
Recent entries in the series maintain this
I didn't
concept
actually
of
know
permadeath
that.
to some degree in classic mode and what have you. But a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak. In the older games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary. The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios. Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counterattack. It's their down special.
Oh yeah.
There's actually a
6
reason
fighters
for
from the
this.
Fire
When
Emblem
I was considering
series.
how to incorporate
Listen
Fire
to
Emblem
that
fighters
statement.
into Super
6
Smash Bros.
fighters
Melee,
from the
I thought
Fire
it might be
Emblem
interesting
series.
to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn. They attack and you counter. Next comes your turn.
I bet Twitter is blowing
And
up.
now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series. People who aren't
There it
Japanese in
is.
particular might be thinking,
Alpharad.
17 games?
Yay, another
There are
Fire
that
Emblem
many?
character. Stay mad.
Well, if you include Fire Emblem Heroes in the remakes, but you don't include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, and Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games. Let's try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge.
Oh no.
I'll give it a try.
Sakurai has his own freaking YouTube channel now.
外伝紋章の謎聖戦の系譜トラキア776封印の剣烈火の剣
Go Sakurai.
荘園の奇跡暁の女神心眼黒竜新紋章覚醒イフヒーローズ
Look at him go.
There you go, 17.
Dang.
今変な数え方してます
So you saw how I was counting in a weird way, right? I was counting in binary.
つまりこれが全部
This is 0. Fold this here and you get 1, and then you get 2. Then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you get 16. Add 1 and you get 17. Awesome, isn't it?
He's amazing. I love Sakurai so much.
You can actually count up to 31 on one hand.
それで
And if
Dang.
you use both hands, you can count all the way up to 1023.
Whoa.
畳の数を数える目の数を
If you've given up counting the knots in a tatami mat, you could always give it a go. What is Fire
Sakurai,
Emblem
this is
Three
basically Sakurai's YouTube
In
video.
Japanese, the male version of the main character is called Bereto, and the female version is called Beresu. But in English, they share the
With
same name.
Seinfeld laugh track in the
Byleth
background.
becomes a professor who ends up leading one of 3 academic houses. Once you've chosen a house, you guide them through their school life, and, well, you end up fighting the other houses. After a certain incident, 5 years pass, and you meet up with your grown-up students to battle against the other houses in their regions. It's a very sad game in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you. To understand the concept of Fire Emblem Three Houses, I played an early version of the game before its release. I've done the same thing before, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example.
Did you now?
Because I couldn't wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time. For that title, I borrowed an early version of the game for 2 days, ran around all the areas, saw the ending, and realized for the first time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter.
I don't know about Sakurai. What are you doing?
I did the same this time, but with there being 3 houses and multiple endings, it was really hard to get a feel for it. And of course, there weren't any walkthroughs I could reference.
Okay.
The game has multiple routes, and the outcome of each is very different. Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters you meet will adopt different roles in the story. I'll try to avoid spoilers when I'm talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand. Before my demonstration, I should point out that when I did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance. But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's release. Right now, it's actually November.
Wow.
Therefore, some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version.
Okay.
As always, I'm using a special in-game camera and such for demonstration purposes. Here I go.
Here we
So,
go.
this is our new fighter, Byleth. Sadly, they're lacking in mobility. It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say for them. Throws are not their strong point either. Their grab lacks range. But actually, you could say that they're distance demon. The hero's relic they use changes depending on the direction you input with the stick.
Wow.
Each of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses. They look like bones, and there's a reason for that. First, let's talk about the weapon Byleth uses for upward inputs, the Sword of the Creator. The Sword of the Creator here is Byleth's default weapon. They use it for flurry attacks and tilt attacks, such as down tilt attacks, where it takes the form of a whip.
Wow.
They also use the sword for dash attacks and other moves. For their up smash attack, they'll whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air.
Wow.
For their up air attack, they'll wave the whip sword overhead. The hit detection for this attack lasts for a relatively long time.
Oh no.
The up special move is really
Does that mean
something.
that you can
The sword
juggle with
extends
this
like
character? Oh no.
allowing you to do things like this.
Oh my, what was
It
that?
was pretty terrifying how I knocked him into the air with that attack. And in addition,
Wow!
you can do
Holy
awful things
crap!
like this.
That is broken.
That said, you'll launch opponents upward until their damage reaches a certain percentage.
It's broken. It's
Exceed that percentage
broken.
and you'll need to be careful. You may find it helpful to mid-air dodge. I've already shown this, but you can also use it to latch onto edges. So that's
Oh
the
my
up special.
god.
Now, for the sideways inputs. This is Erdvar, the same
This
name
is like
as
a
the weapon
mix
from
of
Celtic
multiple characters. I see a little bit
First,
of
we'll go through the forward and back
Zero
air
Suit,
attacks. As you can
Sheik.
see, they have a long
I see a
reach.
little bit of
Like so.
Incineroar, Piranha Plant.
Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right?
Yeah, it does.
If Byleth does the same thing, you'd win out, so you should be able to beat it.
Whoa.
Next, the side smash attack. This also has a long range.
Pay
It'll
to win,
connect
am I
even from
right?
Here. Also, if you add an upward tilt, it
Oh
will be
my
stronger.
gosh.
And if you've knocked an opponent down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them.
What?
By the way, the tip of the lance is more powerful.
Oh
The
no.
shaft part is weaker, so it's not suited to close combat.
Of course it's not.
It won't deal much damage, and it won't launch opponents far. That's why, as a rule, you want to hit with the blade part aimed upward,
Wow.
or downward in this case. Next, the side special move.
He's at 50.7, just keep in mind.
Byleth will simply swing the lance like this, but again, it has excellent reach. For example, even when your opponent is at this distance, it'll still hit.
What is... Oh my gosh. This character's broken.
Actually, you can do a smash attack to charge forward a little, like this.
Oh my gosh.
But as you'd expect, it can be easily shielded, so be careful.
Okay, so
Use it in
basically
midair
you
and
can
you'll
see it
carve up
coming.
a large area. Returning to the side air attacks from earlier, they have great horizontal reach, but they lack verticality. So this complements it well, although you'll be vulnerable when you land. Now, for the downward inputs. For these, Byleth will use an axe called Emir.
Okay.
It's named after a weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth. First, the down air attack. It really is
Wow.
strong. You can try for a meteor effect
Oh
with
my
this attack.
gosh.
Next is the down smash attack. a heavy swing of the axe back and forth. As you can see, it has a
That
great deal
did
of launch
23 damage.
power. And for the down special, Byleth channels all their energy into a devastating strike.
That was...
It's a bold move, similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different.
Oh my god.
When readying the move, there's a super armor effect,
Oh no.
which allows you to withstand an attack.
It's broken.
Just so you know, if you execute a Falcon Punch at about the same time,
Whoa!
it's a bit slower than the Falcon Punch, but due to the super armor effect, you have the advantage,
Oh my god, it's broken.
unless you get grabbed.
Unless you kick grab.
Another notable aspect is that it lets you pass through platforms. While you're charging up, you can breeze past
Oh,
platforms like
no.
this to reach a lower area. It won't let you jump, but you
Oh
could
my
use it as a surprise attack.
God.
Also, you can turn around during the move. The swing takes a while, so if an opponent runs behind you during the move, you can quickly change direction.
Oh no.
Even though it can be hard to land a hit with this move, it can be really effective when used against a group of opponents.
Wow.
Plus, even if you fail to land a direct hit, any opponents on the ground nearby will still be launched a little.
Oh.
It's as if the quaking of the ground launches them. By the way, earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves.
Oh yeah, what
I
about
don't recommend
that?
using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters. It hits with that much power in a single attack. Counters can actually multiply the power of blocked attacks, and using easily
What?
anticipated attacks like this could just get you hit by counter after counter.
Jeez Louise.
Next, we have the neutral moves. The bow you use is called Fail Not, which shares its name with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table. It only appears in a few neutral moves. You've got the neutral air attack. This attack is similar to a move of Pit's and other fighters like him. It lets you spin the weapon around.
Wow.
It's also easy to create certain combos with it. And with the neutral special, you'll let loose an arrow. It seems pretty
Oh
straightforward,
god, it's
right?
Link.
But there are a few noteworthy aspects to this bow.
Whoa.
First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed. It's also very powerful. That said, you can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button. You can also change direction while in the stance. It works up until this point, but if you keep holding the button, you'll unleash
Whoa.
a powerful arrow that looks like a beam of light. You can perform this move by keeping the button held down. You charge up power like so, charge a bit more,
This
and then
character's
fire.
broken.
But again, you'll need to take care when using this move. For one, when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out of it. Not even with the shield button. In other words, you're committed to firing it. So you see, a situation like this is pretty terrible.
Oh.
Once you've entered the stance, you won't be able to do anything,
Wow.
which means it's quite the risky attack to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always
That's
just aim into the
dangerous.
fray, as it is, after all, a long-range move, letting you deal a sudden blow to opponents. So you need to think carefully when using this projectile weapon. Byleth's final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move
Okay.
called Ruptured Heaven. This is an enhanced version. As you can see, you team up with the mysterious Sothis and launch an attack together.
Oh my gosh.
Now, let's talk about the color variations. It's set up so that the default and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female. However, the third, fourth, and fifth colors are, as you can see, reminiscent of the house leaders. Those of you who played the original game will of course understand what I'm referring to. The sixth color is based on Sothis, who you just saw earlier.
Interesting.
And the seventh and eighth variations have a different hair color, which is based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story.
Oh God.
Didn't we see this variation in the final Smash?
I don't know what they're talking about, but okay.
Next, I'll introduce the stage. For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you spend most of the game, Garreg Mach Monastery. This is how Garreg Mach Monastery is laid out in the original game.
Okay.
From these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge, and cathedral, all in one stage.
Alright.
It's the type of stage that rotates through different areas, such as these four. Let me introduce each of the guests that appear in these four areas. The first area is the marketplace. I think this is where a lot of people come to do their shopping. The guests that appear here are students of the Blue Lion's house, Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid. Not Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a kingdom, that means they have a monarchy. For that reason, I guess you could say Dimitri is the future king. He had quite a difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye. He's an unfortunate one, that one. There are vendors on either side. In the original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things, but here you can break them, you see.
Huh.
If you do break them, the stage will expand to the left and right.
Oh.
I wonder where people will buy their supplies now. And in the background, you can see the gatekeeper. You often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up talking to him a lot. Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform. Just when it seems like you've come to a stop, you'll come crashing back down. We've broken through the ceiling and slammed into the building. And the guests in the reception hall are Adel Guard, Dorothea, and Petra of the Black Eagles. Take note, it's not spelled Adel Guard. They're from the Adressian Empire. And as such, they embrace their military might. Adel Guard is one of the characters who is central to the conflict. Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals. You'll notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage.
Sakurai here telling us more about Fire Emblem than the actual fighter.
However, Byleth can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage.
Dang.
You can reach it with other fighters, though. So, it's nice if you can work your way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone. There we go, I made it. And you can knock it down. Also, you can break this table. Like so.
Interesting.
Just like the sign that reads Fudin Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range. Next up, the bridge. The camera rotates 90 degrees, creating this long area. It's very wide indeed.
Nice.
It's similar to the bridge of Alden stage.
Yeah, it is.
The guests are from the Golden Deer, Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence. They belong to the Leicester Alliance. Because it's an alliance of many noble families,
Mii fighters
you could say that they have a wide assortment of members. And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch. Incidentally, both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series. I guess once you've reached the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap.
Yeah.
The naming process must be tough. Hey,
That's
it looks
why
like the
Fire
Pegasus
Emblem's
Knight
so
is busy training.
confusing.
As for the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen.
It's just Bridge of Elden. Oh my gosh.
You could also say
I
it's a
still
place
like
where the
that.
fail knot really shines, and in this sense, I think it suits the golden deer perfectly.
Oh, one more.
The last area is the Cathedral, only with some platforms you can pass through. The guests appearing in the Cathedral are Sedith, Flayn, and Rhea. There's Sedith, who appears to have an extremely strong bond with his sister, Flayn. She seems to be under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem Three Houses. All three have character quirks related to their true identities. I feel that Flayn
True
might be saying
identities.
shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that.
Sakurai, you're gonna spoil the game for
This
everyone.
is a simple area of the stage. All it has are these platforms. Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged. It'll cycle through each location in about 2.5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad Strike with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from throughout the
Hey.
ages. That'll give us
Oh
precisely
my god,
5
that's
players per side.
amazing. I love
Alright,
how
here we go,
Sakurai
Joker.
just turned this into a YouTube video.
Joker! And Hero!
Oh.
Gee, we really made a lot, huh? Banjo! By now, I think you know
he
what
basically has a freaking
I'm doing.
YouTube
But basically,
channel.
I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just the Professor gear. But as expected, it's going to be a pretty tough battle, so I'm using anything I can get my hands on. It's not going to land that easily. Uh-oh, this is bad. Bennigan's.
Oh no.
I better keep my distance.
I love this. Sakurai needs to have his own YouTube channel.
I'll use this chance to attack. Got him.
Nice.
That's scary. He's invincible for a moment here. Lots of explosives. Ouch.
Go Sakurai.
He perfect shielded that, huh?
Go.
Good one. If I do this,
Okay.
like this, or like so. No anti-air, huh?
Oh.
There, the soccer ball connected.
This is amazing.
Good. There's Mom.
There's Mom.
You're in a good spot, Mom.
I love this so
Ah,
much.
I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not. I feel like the enemy might get this smash ball. See? They got
Oh
it.
no! Don't let him do
They
it,
mustn't give
Sakurai.
up.
Oh
I
my.
can't waste this chance.
Nice. Look at him go.
There's another smash ball. Yes, got it. Now, what are you charging up for?
I love this so much.
There's still more. Whack. Go on, you can take the hammer, but it's mine. Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state.
Don't do it.
I hit him.
Ah. Oh my god, he did it.
I was trying to fight using Byleth's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won. Good game.
I love this.
It can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself. The end.
Song collection.
Now,
Oh,
about the additional
man.
music. Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding each of the new tracks to all the Fire Emblem stages. There are already a lot of Fire Emblem tracks in the game. Our selection this time has been made taking
I can
those
tell you though
existing
that
tracks
Fire
into
Emblem's music is
consideration.
really good.
11 songs are being added. This includes an arrangement of the main theme in both Japanese and English. I hope you'll enjoy these as well. We're also adding in a new spirit board.
Ooh.
It includes the house leaders among some of the other popular characters. Sothis is Legend class. Also, there's a new Classic Mode route, a Heroic Legacy, which is designed to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history. The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that. Now for the Mii Fighter costumes. Please take a look.
Oh god, here we go. Oh no. What? What? Rabbits? Oh no! Oh no! More Mega Man. Who's coming? Who's coming? Mega Man Battle Network? Mega Man.exe. Cuphead? Cuphead? Whoa! What? 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 They did not. Oh my gosh. This is the Sans. Cuphead was the Sans of this group. Wow. They didn't just do that.
This time, we're releasing a Cuphead costume. And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added. It's called Floral Fury, and it's the theme that plays when fighting Cagney Carnation. I hope you enjoy these as well.
Oh, Sakurai, you're not gonna talk about it?
After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature.
You're not
If
gonna...
someone has created a Mii Fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing immediately after you download it.
You're not gonna, like...
And now, onto the amiibo.
2 new amiibo.
The color palette for Dark Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Ooh, that's nice.
Dark Samus and Richter are planned for release on Friday, January 17th.
Okay.
And now, with the addition of Violet, the Fighter's Pass is finally complete. The lineup was Joker, Hero, Banjo and Kazooie, Terry Bogard.
Whoever placed your bets, whoever won, who won? Who won the
From
final?
more than
Who
70
won the
fighters, only 5 have been added.
Who won the bracket?
But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the
You
most
look
out of the new
so
gameplay mechanics
tired.
and so on. There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there? When we
But aren't
add a
there
new
more?
fighter, we don't simply make their attacks or their movements a little different. Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play.
There's something coming.
As I stated, we'll continue to release more DLC fighters down the line. I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but, well, have a look.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What? 11? Oh no.
Looks like there will be 1 more fighter than last time.
Oh no.
For this reason, we will be releasing
no.
the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2. It will be available for pre-purchase on the date shown.
Sakurai,
so
what
please
are you
keep an eye out.
doing?
And now that it's official, we intend to move ahead with development.
What are you doing?
Of course, like last time, the contents will remain unknown for now, and I'm personally very sorry that we have to
Sakurai,
release Fighters
no.
Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed.
No.
Like last time,
There
I'd
has
be
to
very
be
grateful
something.
if, despite that, you would understand why and purchase it. Furthermore, the new additions have already been decided.
Oh no.
Even if I receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them.
I love this man so much.
But I still hope you'll look forward to it.
Oh no.
We're also including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume
Oh.
2. Last time, it was a Rex costume. But this time, here's what we have.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what are they doing? Oh. Oh?
It's a Mii Fighter costume for Mii Sword Fighter, the ancient soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
That's pretty... That's...
This
I
will not
like
be for
that.
sale individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2.
Okay. Uh-oh.
It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest selling fighting game in the world.
There's something coming.
Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world. Seems like Street Fighter 2 was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it in total sales. However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25 ports to other systems, so I don't know if that's been accounted for. Also, I don't know if that really qualifies as one game.
Is
It's up for
Sakurai
discussion.
hinting at another
So,
Street
who
Fighter
knows?
character?
But when it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is number 1. Although, I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game.
Oh no.
I feel like it's become more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration of gaming or something else entirely.
Something's coming.
Also, I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters. The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up, but it was decided that there will be more DLC, which means no breaks for me. I plan to keep working hard, so I hope you can continue to support us. That's it. Thank you.
No. 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 Okay. Okay. I mean, another Fire Emblem character, 6 more characters in development, and some pretty good costumes. I'll take it. At least it wasn't like Dante. But that's pretty good. Alright, guys. That was awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have to go to school now. So, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord in the description. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.